Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a different kind of video here on the channel. This is more of a service announcement kind of video, as opposed to, of course, our usual gameplay videos. So, Nintendo has in fact released, finally, might I add, finally, the trailer for the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC coming up soon. You can see in the title there of the YouTube, well, there, I suppose, left, right, still weird, there in the YouTube video that it is in fact the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra DLC. So I don't know exactly what that means. We'd only ever been told about the Isle of Armor, I believe. Although to be fair, I haven't really been keeping up with the Nintendo content all that much recently. I just haven't really had time. YouTube is actually really time consuming. Who would have thought, But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it and see what Nintendo actually brings us. I have not yet watched this trailer, although I do know most of what it gets told in this trailer just because I have friends who like Pokemon as well. But let's see then. Let us see. Oh, look, it's Slowbro with the weird ass shell on his hand for some reason. I like Slowbro. I really do like that version of Slowbro. Although, again, in very, very Nintendo fashion, God, yeah, in very Nintendo fashion, they're just flashing us with a bunch. Was that a Giratina? I think that was a Giratina, right? They're just flashing us with a bunch of shit. Like, are we actually going to get any information this time around? Or, okay, part one. So I guess they're coming in two parts then? That's what that suggests. Yeah, a bunch of different Pokemon. I'm just gonna let it run through once. And, oh look, it's a Kangaskhan. So Kangaskhan's coming back. Buffalan, Lycanroc, and Mulga. Why are all these irrelevant ass Pokemon coming back? I mean, I like them all, don't get me. What the fuck? Okay, there's way too much shit happening right now. Who are these? What the hell? So is there going to be... Well, obviously there's going to be some form of storyline there. Oh wow, was that... Yeah, that's G-Max, Venusaur, and Blastoise finally as well. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. I can't actually have any sound for this, by the way, sadly, because otherwise my microphone picks it up. And yeah, so I unfortunately can't listen along to the trailer, but I don't think there's anything to, I just very quickly glossed over it. I don't think there's any words to this entire trailer, so. This little Cubchoo-ass motherfucker that evolves into, it's like Beartic had sex with a fucking Farfetch. That's what this is. But I guess they have two different forms when they G-Max, even though they kind of look the same normally, I mean, fair enough. Again, I'll address everything, I'll go through it all again, step by step and just address all the different points to be made and pause it on the way. But okay, part two, the Crown Tundra. So, interesting. Let's see. So this looks like the Regis stuff, right? Yeah, the Regis are coming back, exactly. Exactly. I love the Regis. I'm actually really surprised they're bringing them back. The Regis haven't been in a game in a really long time. And we're getting some more wild areas, it looks like, as well, which is fantastic. The game definitely needed some more. Let's see. Oh yeah, the legendary raids. They talked about this, haven't they? That's pretty cool. That's definitely pretty cool. I mean, oh, what the fuck is this thing? Oh yeah, there's new Regis now, isn't there? Which makes absolutely no fucking sense. And these are the birds then, I guess? The legendary birds who have Galarian forms as well. And I don't know what that weird-ass rabbit deer looking thing is about, but the starters have G-Maxes now as well, finally, which is pretty cool. And they're making a huge deal out of that little Cubchoo looking thing, but I don't get that. Like, why is that a thing? Again, I'll address all this more carefully in just a second. But yeah, just a bunch of impressive looking shit going on the screen, and that's it for the available June 17th. Alright, I'm gonna just pause it there because I think that's the end. Yeah, there's nothing else afterwards. Okay. That was a very weird trailer. Very much in Nintendo fashion. They gave us a bunch of information without actually saying anything about anything, right? I mean, they just kind of threw stuff in our face and were like, all right, you guys, just enjoy it. So we know it's coming June 17th. So presumably we're going to get the Isle of Armor first and then the Crown Tundra. Although I wonder if that's the case. I don't know. I have had my friends tell me that's the case. But again, I'm really not sure because why would they be announcing them both at the same time, right? I don't know. Also, you might see the lighting's a little better. I have kind of tried to work on the lighting situation here. But anyways, let's then go back over this point by point. So first things first is this Slowbro. Alright guys, I don't understand what's happening and why it keeps stopping my recording. It's like the third or fourth time I try to do this. I mean, you saw that initial clip, or you saw that initial clip there, and I'm actually just fusing these two together. So I guess I'll address this again, but I don't understand. It just keeps stopping my recording, and it's actually starting to piss me off. So I'm just mad. Whatever. Like I'd said already, I'm not sure if that part's been said or not, but Slowbro, really cool. Poison psychic type, not losing or rather losing the water type, and not losing the psychic typing. That's really what I was hoping for. If it had been a poison's fighting type, as it was originally hypothesized, I would have despised this thing because the original Slowpoke is a psychic type. You know, the Galarian Slowpoke's a psychic type, so I don't know. It wouldn't have made sense. Also, where is Slowking again? Why do they not like Slowking over at Nintendo? We got a Mega Slowbro, right, as well. We got a Mega Slowbro, so why did we not get a Mega Slowking? And why are we not getting a Galarian Slowking as well? Don't know. Don't understand it. But yeah, it makes sense with this little cannon like thing down here. You know, always cool. I really like this Pokemon. Really like its design with the purple and whatnot. Very very well thought out. So yeah, what else do I want to say? So let's actually address some of the Pokemon that will be coming back in that will in fact be coming back. So you saw there an Absol, here a Luxray. These are Pokemon I'm very glad are back. These things I despise them. We'll address all that in a second. Again, the trailer is just too fast to do this very easily with. But I'll give it my best shot here. Let's see. Yeah, Tauros and Scyther don't really know why. Here I do need to complain for a few seconds. I do need to complain here for a few seconds. Fuck this Pokemon. I despise Druddigon. Why is this not an evolution to Dunsparce, and why does this not actually look cool? I just don't like it. It's just such an ugly dragon type. Such a horrendously badly designed Pokemon. Doesn't do shit. It's just a generic dragon. I don't know. It's just God. I really don't. Was this a 6th gen Pokemon or a 5th gen Pokemon? I can't remember. I want to say it's definitely a 5th gen Pokemon. Yeah, it's like so many 5th gen Pokemon. No effort went into this thing's design. Fuck this. I hate. Why is Druddigon back? Why are all like Vanillux, Vanillish? Why are these Pokemon always back? I mean, I know why. It's because the guy who created Gen 5 is also in charge of these games. But like, why? They're such bad designs. Such bad Pokemon. I hate it. I hate it. But it is cool that Loudred and Whismers are in the presumably Exploud are back as well. We haven't seen in this trailer barely any Galarian forms. If we only get one Galarian form, that's going to be really, really disappointing. I mean, of course, there's the legendary Galarian forms, but that's just not good enough. Let's see, what else? What else? You have, of course, here the Sandile. The Braviary was already in the game, so I don't really understand why it's in the cutscene, but it's going to be nice having Crocodile back. You saw their Tangrowth and Exeggutor are back as well. That's cool. The Polys. I love this. I love the fact that this is a thing. The Wailord is back in yeah, yeah. The Wailord's back and actually is in the overworld this time. Because that was I don't know if anyone realized this, but the only way to actually find a Wailord in the wild is to fish it. And that's just so stupid and so disappointing because big ass whale, you know, it's just so cool. The biggest Pokemon to have ever existed in Pokemon. It's just so cool that we actually are going to get to see it in the wild. That makes me really happy. At least that much they did right. Yeah, Kangaskhan, nobody cares. Buffalon, Lycanroc, Emolga, the most pointless, most who gives a shit Pokemon in existence. I don't understand why Emolga is back, but like, I don't know. It's a Pokemon that definitely should be back and isn't. Let me think. Let me think. I'm just going through Gen 1 in my head real quick and like, Muck. Why is Muck not back? But Emolga is. Who gives a shit about Emolga? I want Muck. I don't know. I just, it doesn't make sense. Even Togedemaru is cool as Emolga. Fletchinger's nice to have back as well. Dragalge, I'm happy to have back. What were those? What are these things? Oh my god, they're Slowpokes! Oh, okay. There's Slowpokes. We have Slowpokes that are just running. I guess this will be part of the story or something. I wonder if Team Rocket's coming back after these Slowpoke tales or some shit. What is that thing? Also, this I haven't. What is this thing? A little machine that produces snowballs. What is the point of this? What does this do? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Again, I wish they would actually address these things more in the trailer. And yeah, you can see here. You can see this here. That again, why don't they address this in the trailer? This is a very Nintendo-y fashion of just shoving a bunch of shit in our face and not actually going through it. But let's see, where is this thing that I have here? But yeah, you can see the Cerebi tweet where they actually, I think this is a tweet, right? Where they actually say what this is. So, in the Island of Armor, you can make Dynamax Soup, which makes a Pokemon with the potential to Dynamax become Gigantamax, effectively. So, really straightforward. We knew this was coming. We didn't know exactly how, but it's just something that you give a Pokemon and they are now a Gigantamax. I mean, really stupid. Honestly, really dumb. Don't like it at all. Because what's the point of having gone around doing these raids for, the past few months just to be able to get the Gigantamax anyways? Really dumb. Really, really don't like this actually, but it had to be a thing, I suppose, in order to be able to Gigantamax like your starters and whatnot. But still, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. I don't like it. Very, very bad execution. And then there's, of course, it seems like there's going to be some other kind of gym challenge type thing going on here, right? Or some storyline of some sort. Presumably, she'll be. Oh, never mind. Oh, he's gonna be a psychic type, obviously, from his the balls floating around his head. I don't know about the other one. And yeah, this is the one of the slightly cooler parts of this trailer. We do in fact get confirmation on the Gigantamax starters from Gen 1 coming to the game finally. Must admit though, really, really don't like their designs. Venusaur, I can get over. I fuck with Venusaur. Venusaur's alright. I don't hate Venusaur. It doesn't compare to Charizard. Gmax Charizard actually looks really cool, right? With the fire coming out of its shoulders, and otherwise it's just a Charizard. But like, it still has that extra layer. This is just a Venusaur with big petals. Like, it's just a Venusaur with big petals. Why? They could have done so much better, so much better with it. And same goes for the Blastoise here. Why is it just what is this shit? What is it? I have no words for this Blastoise. I don't like this at all. Like at all in any way. I can't begin to express how stupid I think this is. It's just why. Again, I understand the idea. It's just a Blastoise with more cannons because that's what makes Blastoise Blastoise, right? But why? It's ugly. It's so ugly. You could have done better than that, Nintendo. You really could have. I mean, I suppose it could have easily been a lot worse as well. And the more I look at it, the more it kind of is growing on me. So perhaps I'll change my mind at some other point. But just why? Just why? You could have done such better with both of these. So much better. So much better. But whatever. And then we have, of course, their actual, yeah, their Gmax moves. You see here just some kind of Vine Whip, which I do like because Vine Whip was very much at least in the anime, was very much a Bulbasaur style move. So I do like that they've transferred that onto the Venusaur now. And then, presumably, yeah, just the cannons shooting out. What? No, I refuse. Hang on, time out. I refuse. Why are these cannons? Why are these side cannons not shooting? What is this shit? Excuse me. Why do you give him a ridiculous amount of cannons? I mean, this kind of looks cool. This middle part. That's true. This middle part looks kind of interesting. But why are these fucking side cannons not shooting jack shit? What is this nonsense? Come on, Nintendo. You're better than this. You really are. Well, I mean, the thing is, they're really not. But whatever. So, just very quickly, I will say, those are very unimaginative moves. Because what the Gmax of those moves actually does is basically Gmax Wildfire, just a grass type version of it and a water type version of it. And it's just like, come on, you really couldn't have come up with anything more unique, cleverer to do with those. Just Gmax Wildfire in a grass type and water type version. Come on. I'm gonna stop saying come on Nintendo now before they get mad and copyright strike my video here. But come on, it could have been so cool, so much cool. I don't know. I mean, just off the top of my head, Gmax, the Blastoise Gmax could always crit or something, which would be broken beyond belief, but still, it could, you know? And the grass type one could, let me think. It could, like, remove hazards and cause gravity or something. I mean, I know both of those already exist, but, like, I mean, to be fair, they've really already covered all their bases with the Gmax moves, but still, I'm sure. Oh, no, there you go. You could have caused the wrap effect. You know, why not? I mean, I know Centiskorch. I believe Gmax Centiskorch already does that, but I don't know, something. Or a Leech Seed. Why doesn't it cause a Leech Seed effect, for example? Isn't it nothing to do with the whips at all, and it just causes a Leech Seed effect for the Venusaur Gmax, for example? I don't know. I'm sure if they tried, they could have made that better, instead of just making it another Charizard Gmax, but whatever. This thing I'm going to gloss over very quickly because I just don't like it. Basically, what you get from this trailer, right, is that like you have to build up his friendship or something, just play around with him for a bit, and then you take him to these towers, which one was blue, so presumably water, one was red, so presumably dark. And after training in these towers, which is actually kind of an interesting gimmick, then he evolves. And these are the two final evolutions. Then, and I'm not being allowed to pause the video for some reason. There we go. These are then the two final evolutions, which I don't like. Just flat out gonna say I don't like these two Pokemon. They're the same Pokemon. Like, is there literally any difference to them? Maybe the little furl here, I guess. And I don't know, maybe this part, but presumably it'll be the same. And probably this bandana type thing in the back. I don't know. They just look like the same Pokemon. And then where the difference comes in is where they Gmax, which again, they kind of just look like the same Pokemon, just blue, which is presumably the water type, and red, which is presumably the dark type. But and they have slightly different poses and slightly different Gmax moves, which, okay, cool, sure. Then this area as well doesn't seem to be that much. This thing is the most interesting part of the entire trailer. Oh, go back. This thing. What is this thing? What is this thing? Like, actually, what is this thing? Come on. Can we get a proper look at it? There we go. What is this thing? It's like Meloetta had sex with Azernius. Why? Why did we need a fusion between Meloetta and the fucking deer? I don't get it. What the hell? And look at this. It has like the Triforce symbol on these little. Why? Why is the Triforce suddenly a Pokemon thing? It's never been a Pokemon thing. It's just, I don't know. There's so much to this that I wish they would have just addressed more. But maybe this has something to do with the legendary birds, which we did see getting then getting new forms as well, or getting Galarian forms. Like, I don't know what to make of this thing. I just don't know what to make of this thing because why? Why the Triforce symbol? Why is it Xerneas and Meloetta just fused together? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So much about this trailer just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. It looks so stupid as well. It's like its body is so short. Look, its body is so short and its head is so big. It makes no sense, and it's definitely going to be a psychic type. Probably going to be like a psychic fairy type or something. And this is the second then part of the DLC, of course, the Crown Tundra. Regis were rock, ice, and steel. That made sense. They're all kind of minerals, right? Stuff you can chisel and build out of, and things that actually have a material hardness to them. They make sense that the golems of Pokemon, that the built machinery of Pokemon that became imbued with life through whatever reason that has never really been addressed, it makes sense that they would be these elements of just actual hard matter that can be worked with, right? So I would just want to start here so that when I'm gonna just none of this part really matters. Swablu, cool. Cryogonal, cool. Nobody cares. Um, it's a shame that nobody really cares, but and then yeah, the legendary raids. I do have one quick thing to say about these legendary raids. Note that, well, actually, I think there's one more, right? There's one more, yeah. Note that in every single one of those legendaries, not one of them was either the legendary dogs or the legendary genies. And I'm so thankful for that because whenever Thundurus, specifically Thundurus, Tornadus, and what's his face? The other one, Landorus, Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus, whenever those guys are brought back into Pokemon, they just take over the meta. And as the meta becomes unplayable and just not fun. So because of that, I am very glad that I am in fact very glad that we are getting legendaries. We're getting the old legendaries that people wanted, but it's these specific ones. If they brought back the genies, it would just make Pokemon competitive unfun again. So I'm glad that that's not the case. Also the fucking Tapus. The Tapus have no business ever in any Pokemon game ever again. Fuck the Tapus. But yeah. And this is the stupid aspect. So you can see, first of all, that this is split down the middle, right? So that leads me to believe that it might be in one, like in Sword you get this one, and in Shield you get that one. I can see Pokemon doing that. But more importantly, what the fuck kind of Regis are these? What is this? What is this? An electric type Reggie? Really? How does this have any... What does this have to do? And then this, a dragon type Reggie. What is this? What is this shit? What does this have anything to do with what the originally Regis were originally meant to be? This is the guy who made 5th gen, just all over again, just taking something, just taking Pokemon on its core and ripping it a new one because he doesn't give a shit about Pokemon on its core. He has these ridiculous ideas in his head, and I'm sorry if you're watching. I don't want to offend you, but this is what I feel about everything because I stopped playing, or I was very tempted to stop playing after 5th gen, which is when this guy came in because Pokemon stopped being Pokemon. That's what it felt like, and I'm sure I know a lot of people love 5th gen, and I'm sure Pokemon did really well in 5th gen and after 5th gen and whatnot. But what is this? Why are the Regis like this? I really like what you've done. If you're listening still, I really, really like what you've done with the legendary birds. We'll get to that in a second. I think that's actually really clever. But what? The Regis don't make sense. The Regis are supposed to be machines built out of actual raw materials. And that kind I mean, ice doesn't really make sense, let's be honest, but rock, steel, and ice, those are raw materials that you can chisel and work out of. These are just elements imbued into little shapes. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I don't like these Pokemon. I just don't. And I hope they're not viable in construction. And this is the best part of the trailer. The best part of the entire trailer. Look at this shit. I can't remember what typing it is. I think it looks like a dark type, right? I'll put it on the screen. The Nintendo thing. I will put that on the screen. But actually, wait. No, I don't have it. I don't think. Let me see if I can just very quickly, let me see if I can't find it. And no, I won't be able to find it. Whatever. Yeah. I don't know what typing this is supposed to be. It looks like a dark type, which I was hoping it wouldn't be a dark type, but sure. If they kept their original typings, I'll be very happy. Like, if this is a fire dark type, which it kind of looks like it could be, right? This kind of looks like fire and flames over here and shit. So, cool. You know, very, very cool. Very cool design for a Moltres, for example. These Pokemon definitely did need a little bit of a rework. They were just getting a little stale, although I did really like their original designs, of course. Being kind of a Gen 1er myself, but look at this. So, Zapdos is no longer fly type, or at least no longer flies, right? Zapdos no longer flies around. He's basically an ostrich, which, you know, cool. I like it. I like it. Not great, but I like it. And then Articuno, you saw there, is presumably a psychic type. Let's see. So yeah, Zapdos is in fact a fighting type, but Articuno finally has been done some justice. I hope it's a nice and psychic type, although that's terrible typing, realistically. It looks like a nice and psychic type, right? Just because it kept this whole plumage and color scheme that Articuno had originally, and this beam just shooting out of its face definitely does look like it would be a psychic type, and shooting out of its eyes especially, that just looks really cool. Because Articuno always did have kind of a psychic type vibe to him. So I don't know. I like what they've done with those. But again, I don't understand what that thing's role is in this whole story. And I guess this is just the final recap. Oh yeah, the G-Maxes, worth mentioning. With the G-Maxes, it's not just that we get the G-Maxes. Because the G-Maxes, I don't actually know what their moves do. I don't know if they've been announced or whatever. But, I mean, I like the way the G-Maxes look, except for this thing. Although, it's a water... I mean, actually, it's not a rifle. I thought it was just going to be a straight-up rifle, and it's kind of a water-made rifle, so I like him a little more, but I just think this one is the stupidest of the 3 G-Maxes. And this guy's kind of dumb as well, but, I mean, sure, why is his body built into the drum? That's my only real criticism of the Rillaboom G-Max here. But these guys also now get their hidden abilities, which I shall also put on the screen. I think I probably will. If I don't, then forgive me. But this thing gets Grassy Terrain. This thing gets Sniper, which makes sense. I'll actually be using a Sniper Inteleon soon, so keep an eye out for that. And this guy, oh, where is he? This guy gets basically Protean, which I don't understand why the fuck they gave it Protean. Didn't you learn your lesson with Greninja? Like, genuinely? It's stupid. It's stupid. I have nothing else to say. It's just stupid. I don't like Protean as an ability. It's too broken to give it every single move, stab. Whatever at this point. But yeah, those are cool. And combining the G-Max with the hidden abilities is going to be broken, so that should be interesting. Looking forward to that. Actually, yeah, the last thing I want to say on that, the hidden ability is actually already out as we speak, and that's going to turn the meta on its head. I haven't actually been able to record the final video yet for the Trick Room team mini series that I'm doing there. So hopefully the meta isn't too different and my team will actually still work. But just the hidden abilities on those three is going to completely turn the meta on its head, for sure. The Grassy Surge, specifically, the most, I think. But yeah. And then I don't know what this is all about, just more Pokemon. Oh! Oh, wait on it! Wait a second, Kingdra's back! Kingdra's back! Oh shit, they're bringing Kingdra back! That's awesome! I missed that the first time around. That's really cool. Magnezone is back as well. Aggron is back as well. Oh my god, okay, there's actually a lot of... See, this is what I mean. They just shoved a bunch of these Pokemon down our throat at the end. And you have to really pause it and just pay... Oh, no, these were already back. Yeah, this thing was already back. To actually notice them all. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've done my fair dose of complaining. Love the legendary birds. I'm actually going to put up an image real quick. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Love the legendary birds. Absolutely love the Articuno and Moltres. Look at this design. It's literally a hellfire bird. It's a bird. It's literally a phoenix, right? It's literally a bird brought from hell itself into life. It's just, I love it. I love it. Moltres, finally done justice. No longer just a giant chicken. Articuno, still need to see it in game and kind of really hoping it's an ice type. I can't remember at this time if it is or not. Zapdos, I love what they've done with you, my friend. I really do. Just making it into kind of like an ostrich type thing. My camera's kind of blurry. Oh well, yeah, that's unfortunate. Not much I can do about it. But anyways, it is kind of blurry, isn't it? God, I just noticed after recording the entire video. Bear with me, guys. First time I do one of these, so a lot of intricate details going into this. But anyways, yeah. On that note, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. That is the DLC coming up. You know, that's the DLC coming up. And I'm sorry. I need to say again. Fuck this stupid ass Dragon Reggie. Fuck the stupid ass Electric Reggie. Doesn't make any sense in terms of what the Reggies are supposed to be. And I'm really curious to see what the deer turns out to be. That's going to be very, very interesting. But again, on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this just brief review, not brief at all, but whatever, of the trailer we did receive. And yeah, I hope you agree. I mean, tell me what you guys think, if my criticism is valid or isn't, if the Reggies are really as stupid as I think they are, and if the birds are as cool as they think they are. Oh, I have one last point to make, actually. Where is Lugia? Where is Lugia? Lugia is the creator of the legendary birds. Where is Lugia? Right? I mean, that's been true since it was basically confirmed in the 2000 movie, Pokemon the Movie 2, right? Pokemon the Movie the second. So where is our Galarian Lugia? Because again, that is the only criticism I have of these birds. It's the guy from Gen 5. I forget his name, and besides, I wouldn't want to name drop him anyways, but it's him just going like, yeah, I mean, I could, stick to everything that Pokemon has always been, but let's not, and just pretend like it doesn't bother the people who have liked this game since they were 5 years old, Again, where is Lugia? The creator of the legendary birds. Where is Galarian Lugia? And on that last complaint, I leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll join us for, the future Pokemon content that is sure to be, that I'm sure to release.